So last week, after defeating Willie Nelson, Demetrius Andrade pretty much put himself in line for a shot at the WBC belt by becoming Jermell Charlo's mandatory. However, Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andrade won't be fighting soon because uh, Jermell Charlo is about to face the previous mandatory, who is Charles Hatley. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his last name, and so that should be indication for you guys that I am not sure exactly who that person is, which is why I think Jermell Charlo is gonna wash him easy. Um, that's just me, but we all know that this is a sport of boxing. Anything can happen, um, especially with what happened on Saturday. But yeah, I still think that Charles is going to beat uh, Jermell Charles is going to beat Charles Hatley, and but since that fight between Andrade and him is not going to happen anytime soon, let's talk about potential futures. All right. Now, last week, Demetrius Andrade's promoter was displaying interest on the fight between Demetrius Andrade and Erislandy Lara. And if that fight can happen before a bout with Jermell Charlo, that would be huge. Okay, because here's the thing, right? Demetrius Andrade, if he can beat Erislandy Lara, I'm not saying that I actually would favor Lara in that fight because I've seen Lara more. But let's say Demetrius Andrade could beat Lara, right? If he can beat Lara, then and then go on to fight Jermell Charlo after that, Demetrius Andrade is now the man, because not only will be that would be if no well he'd have to beat Jermell Charlo, of course, but yeah, he would be the man because now he would have both the WBA and the WBC belt. All right, we all love unification belts, and that would be pretty big for the 154 division. And yeah, if that fight were to happen, and either Jermell Charlo or Demetrius Andrade came out on top, I don't ever want to hear anything about fucking Saul Canelo Alvarez unless he fights one of those two people, whoever the victor of that fight is. Okay, because we all know that Saul Canelo Alvarez is a pussy, and that's why you don't hear that many fighters screaming out Canelo Alvarez's name anymore. But yeah, I really respect Demetrius Andrade's camp talking about fights like Lara fights and Jermell Charlo fights, because let's face it, these are guys that people aren't exactly interested in fighting. I'm not even sure. I know I like Lara and I like Jermell Charlo, but I'm not even sure if those two individuals, I'm not even sure if those twins even want to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So it would be nice if Demetrius Andrade could come in and break that little chain, because we all know that all three of those guys, Jermell Charlo, Jamal Charlo, and Erislandy Lara, they're all pretty smitten with each other. They're all pretty comfortable with each of them holding their own belts in their own in that division. I don't think any of them are very interested in unifying the division, because I'm pretty sure they all like each other very much. They train together. So yeah, but Demetrius Andrade not being part of that little clique that the Charlo brothers and Lara have, yeah, I think that Demetrius Andrade might have a good shot at. If he could beat him, I think it's more likely that Demetrius Andrade would try to go search for those fights between the Charlo brothers and Erislandy Lara. Who expects Jermell Charlo and Jermell Charlo to actually fight each other? They're brothers. Come on now. But yeah, that would be huge. And you gotta give a shout out to Demetrius Andrade if he's really interested in that fight, because like I said, a unification bout at 154, that's huge. That'd be big. That would be amazing if he could actually get past Lara. I'll be honest with you people, though. I think, based on the fact that I have not seen enough Demetrius Andrade, I'm going to go with Old Faithful. I'm going to go with Erislandy Lara. Granted, it's hard to say, because Demetrius Andrade, he does have all the ingredients to beat this Lara that we've been seeing. Lara, he gets very content with the work that he's doing, whereas Demetrius Andrade, in those moments that that are becoming a little bit passive, Demetrius Andrade will throw little combos just to make it, at least, even if just this is based off what I've seen from Demetrius Andrade. I haven't seen them much, but even if these aren't very painful shots that he's throwing at you, it still makes the judge. It still keeps the judge to pay attention. Okay, that guy, he's doing work, and so everybody knows that Erislandy Lara, he gets very content and he just starts becoming a little bit passive. He'll hit you with some pop pop, a couple shots. Then he's cool with coasting the rest of that round. Whereas Demetrius Andrade, he looks like he's ready to work. And so, yeah, I think Demetrius Andrade, if that fight were to happen, he would definitely be able to steal some rounds. I want to remind you people that if some of you guys might not even know this, but Erislandy Lara and Demetrius Andrade, apparently they actually fought back in the amateurs, and Erislandy Lara won. So it'd be nice if someone could show me that fight on YouTube, or send me a link to it. I would love to see that fight to see how it went down, but I wonder how that would play a factor in this potential matchup between Andrade and Lara. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll leave maybe a couple sources down below, and I appreciate you guys for listening to this, and I'll be back with some more videos later. I want to let you guys know, I'm not an expert when it comes to boxing, but like I always say, you don't have to be an expert to give your opinion on something. So thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.